Friday morning to you. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, I'm always excited when it comes to Friday. So I just go, let me use my last strength because today is Friday. Yes, I'm excited. You all know when it's Friday, I'm always blushing all through. Because come on, after working from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it gets to Friday, you just have to relax. Okay, if you're just joining us, welcome to Family and Values on Galaxy Television, where we are reaching out for the stars. Yes, we are always aiming for the stars. We are streaming across all our social media platforms. Please download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. Go to our Facebook page. Yes, turn on your notifications so that you see these beautiful faces on your screen. And it's still my birthday month, so I told you what you can offer to me as birthday gift except money. If you have money, call me. And go to our YouTube page, so that you can take that page to a higher level. It's going to be another interesting, educative, relaxing conversations. We try to make our Fridays very calm, to relax you, to put you into the weekend mood. Family and Values is all about family. It's where we talk about relationship, marriage, kids, dating, everything. Those topics you don't want to talk about on families, we bring it here and we'll discuss it in the fellowship. Yes, because it is our little family fellowship. Okay, thank you for being our guest from Monday all the way to Friday. We really, really appreciate you. And of course, my name still remains Princess Joy. It's going to be a splendid one as we have Mama Gen Z in the building. Welcome, Olori. Give it up for her. She came with the Gen Z vibes this morning. Yeah, the Gen Z vibes.
And you see, in life, you come across people, and what you don't have, they may have, and what they don't have, you will have.
You will have it.
So one thing life has taught me is that you rub yours with the other. It's just
That's true.
rubbing each hand with one another. That's when you can make things go round. You understand? So
yeah.
I am so happy and so delighted. It's another beautiful Friday. And my name is Rebecca David. I hope you have a restful night. It's the top of the morning, and I'm so very much grateful to God for this life He has given unto us today. The last Friday of the month of July, finally, somebody will stop telling us. And we still have more days to cover, and July just goes down like that. The second half of the year, and I tell it more and more, we should expect more.
Yeah, we should.
Okay, now, this morning something came up, and a guy was saying, okay, it was a pet guy, because I had to rush out of the house this morning. And I think there was a commotion where, before I came in. So the other guy in the was asking me, you see, it was that pet guy that was at fault. You know, so I wanted to start fighting with him. When I was inside, he wanted to fight me because I told him that he was wrong. I just left the place. I said, see, that starts from the home. When you say the truth, when you try to accept the fact that I'm at fault, Joy, I'm sorry for doing what I did.
Yeah.
It goes a long way. And it starts from the home.
Yeah.
When the father will tell the son, I'm sorry, I shouted at you. I know it was not intentional. I'm just going through, I'm going through some things. So that's why I shouted at you. I'm sorry, I poured my frustration on you. I won't do that again. Or a mother telling the daughter, my dear, I'm sorry. You know I love you. I'll never do anything to hurt you. So it goes a long way for us as parents. It's Family and Values. So once in a while we pick up one or two things around us. And it goes a long way.
Very
a
long
mother or a father, it starts from the home. Because when you tell your son or a father or a mother, I'm sorry, do you, please forgive me. Excuse me. It
goes a very long way, I must say. It goes a very long way. Coming to work this morning along Capitol, there was a very terrible accident. I don't know how that thing happened, and this muzzle just went into the container. The car was totally condemned, so every vehicle had to take one way. And in my mind, I was like, and it's actually a new car, so it's that maybe they were going for delivery also. So I was like, how did this happen? Carelessness? Is Is it early morning? Is it the fact that the road was free and you were just taking advantage? You know, so a lot was just running through my head. Like, you know, so please, let's be careful out there. Especially for night crawlers. This weekend, there's going to be a lot of clubbing, a lot of partying, but please be careful. Be careful. Yeah, be careful. Yeah. Okay, so birthday shout out to my friend, our colleague. I want to say a very big shout out to you. Now I love you. And yes, my bosom friend is getting married tomorrow, Princess Peters. Tomorrow she'll be saying yes, I do, and I'm wishing you a happy married life as you start the journey of marriage. Well, wisdom will be your portion, and you will go through it successfully.
They will share the wisdom. Wisdom will be for both of you because we will need it. There will be time for communication. There will be time for once in a while trying to look at yourself and I'm sorry, please forgive me. It will come, forget. Marriage is not all about rosy. It will only come rosy when we accept all the faults and try. As long as there's no violence, there's no abuse, or enjoy it. If there's no money, work hard. Don't expect only the man
to do it.
And as a woman, someone was saying, I want to be a full-time. There is no more full-time housewife.
Go and look for a job.
Seriously, there is no. If you have money and your husband says you should do a full-time, do business. Let business be running while you are doing full-time housewife. Let them be bringing the money to you or you monitoring the money.
Online business.
Yes, it's very good. And happy birthday also to my sister. Olanrewaju, Adebisi, Ademiji. I celebrate God's grace over your life. You need to celebrate more years. She's going to be 45 today.
Wow.
And she's like, hey.
Hey.
So happy birthday to you. And also to Olanrewaju Abdelaziz Balogun. Happy birthday to you, my brother.
I'm coming to eat too.
Happy birthday.
I'm coming to it. I'm saying it now.
It's so good to know that you have many 26 and many memories. So happy birthday to all of you who are celebrating today over the weekend. We love you. We appreciate you. And like you said, just send your message. Someone sent to us yesterday on social media. So we always come back to celebrate those ones because it goes a long way in their heart.
Okay, on that note, so let's start the business of the day as we go for our mini feature. When we return, you don't want to know the guest we have in the studio today. We'll be right back. Just stay there. Let's go for our mini feature. Thank you. Exciting conversation behind the camera. If you're just joining us, you're still watching Family and Values on Galaxy Television. And today, yes, we are discussing a very interesting topic. Are you in love, lost, or infatuated? You know, the good thing is some of you will just have the three feelings and feel like, I'm in love. All you want is just to go down. Once you see her on this, have sex with her, the whole thing clears up. And then somehow a bit of infatuated, you're taking her club 3 months down the line, you just disappear. You know, when they do this disappearing sign on social media, and you just disappear, you go cold. And so we decided to talk about this because seriously, we've had a lot of complications around this. Somebody who is infatuated, assumingly is in love, and then you hear, I have heartbreaks. Some of the heartbreaks you have is not because you're genuinely in love. It's because you did not define or identify where you were, whether you were in love or you were just lost after the person's appearance, or you just wanted to be around that person for that period of time, you know. But we are going to look into it and have a very proper conversation. That's what Family and Values is all about. I said the conversations you don't want to talk about, we talk about it here on the show. And we have a very wonderful guest in the studio. He is new to our fellowship. Yes, he's coming with all the vibes, everything you want to talk about. He is an all-round entertainer. He's into music. He has released a song, yes. For those of you that don't know, he's also a dancer. He's into acting. He's a content creator. He's a model. Yes, I've seen a lot of his modeling. And of course, a certified broadcaster, a presenter. Everything. He is the CEO of Sparks Password Entertainment and Digital Services is into social media and a lot. When you say all round, that's why I said he's a media person. He himself na media. When they say they carry media come, he's the one. Okay, let's give it up for Michael Prince, but we call him Sparks. So we have Sparks in the building. Yeah, high five. Yeah. What's up? Good to have you on the show. Yeah, he gave me that. For me, he gave me that. Yeah, that yopi.
I really don't understand that.
No, he understands. Yes, I understand. You're welcome to the fellowship. Okay. Thank you for honoring the invitation.
My pleasure, actually.
I remember there was a time I sent you and you were like, oh no, I'm busy, I have this, but don't worry, next time. And when I sent this one, he said, okay, I'm going to be here. So I'm grateful. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay, today's topic. Are you in love, lost, or infatuated? Somebody will now be wondering, okay, I think I'm in love. No. And then after you've had that wonderful moment, you go back and you're like, do I really love this person? And then 3 months down the line, the person starts irritating you. We see it happen. You just have this irritation towards the person. Now my question is, what is the difference between those 3 words, and how do you know that? Come on, at this point you're in love, at this point you're lost, at this point you've been infatuated. But for the layman's sake, what is the difference between these 3 words that similarly feelings that look alike?
Okay, so before I go on to answer your question, I want to ask, do you think it's possible to be in love and being lost and infatuated at the same time?
No, it's not possible.
But do you think it's possible to switch sides into the relationship?
I think it is. Yeah.
It's very easy.
Okay, so to answer your question, love is a strong connection, emotional connection, if you're with someone. In a very layman term, you know, when we used to be in school, they say deep warm feeling. That's not really understanding, because it's not like your heart gets warm or you feel the temperature gets warm. So it's a strong connection. And for love, it actually takes work, because love involves you being selfless when it comes to being in love. You tend to put the other person need ahead of yours. You tend to stay committed. And being committed is a thing that involves work on this side and work on this side. Analysis of you holding hands together. At this moment, this person wants to take out the hand. The only way this person can take out his or her hand easily is if you're not holding back. If both hands are free, they'll let go. So for love, it is a thing of putting in work on both sides. Love, commitment, trying to build that commitment, trying to stay connected and keeping that flow. So there's work on both sides. But for lust, it's more of a physical appearance thing. You get attracted to this person, you're sexually attracted to the person, so you're lusting over the person. For the first stage, initial stage of being lusting after someone, you constantly think of the person, and it all points down to the physical appearance of the person. Okay, let's use the scenario. You go out for a dinner party and you just look at this guy or you look at this girl and you're just physically attracted to the person, and you're painting pictures in your head. That's you lusting over the person. And it's temporary. Most times people wake up in bed with someone and they're like, let me just get out of here.
Like, how did I get here?
Yes, but for some people, they keep it continues. Some people get to be in a lustful relationship. It's a thing of, you're aware that I'm not having anything serious with this person. It's just about that intimacy and sexual intimacy. So people build on that. Then for infatuation, it's more of, in the layman term, it's more of an obsession towards this particular feeling is being mistaken for love most times, and it actually lets people lose who they love in place of who they are infatuated with. Now somebody comes your way and everything you don't see in your partner, you start envisioning it in the other person. You know, when something is new, you tend to value it more. Now you're in a relationship and probably along the line, your partner, I'm a guy, so let me say a lady's in a relationship and the guy probably loses his job for some months. I'm trying to be very realistic.
Yes, please, yes.
And down the line, he doesn't get to be everything that she used to see him as for that period of time. It's easy for the mind to transition away, and everybody wants what's good. I'm sure while you sit here, you can easily picture a better life for yourself. You can. The brain is it's easily like you don't have to pay to imagine.
Yes,
things.
to
It's free.
imagine
I can
things.
imagine myself in a Ferrari and I'm living in my head. So when you start to imagine that in a person, here comes this guy your way, and he's that all that you feel like your guy is missing.
Yeah.
He's taking you out for lunch dates, he's giving you gifts and showering, and now he's in your head. Mentally, you're thinking, you're waking up, you're thinking about him, you're building on that feeling of what you feel like, this picture or idealization you have in your head. So that's infatuation, because it just goes like, you know, when NEPA takes the light, similarly you realize it's already past 8 and everywhere is dark. So now you have to go look for the torch. So that's how you wake up to that consciousness of, this person isn't putting in work. Do I really love this person? Now you just realize everything just vanishes. It comes like, it's like an episode. For some people it's short. For some people it even takes longer time for them to realize. But then the only ability for a person to realize which stage he or she is firstly the emotional consciousness. Now, and not everyone has that emotional intelligence. You know, I used to have this person that reminds me, because when I get angry and we're having a conversation, I tend to talk at the top of my voice, and it's something over the years I consciously have. Now I'm still working on it. I still lose it, but then that person calls me to order, like, you're raising your voice. Do you understand? So now it's a thing of waking up to that consciousness, emotional consciousness of, is this love, is this lust, or being infatuated? But most people are asleep. Most people don't ask themselves that question. They just go ahead in with the feeling. So yeah.
Thank you for that one. Like, wow.
So, wow. Now, let me now come to the lost angle. It's something, even the Bible describes it. I'm sure the Holy Quran, Barakatuma to all our Muslim brothers and sisters out there, they also have an understanding of what lost is all about. Something of physical appearance, what you see, that you just lost after this gold, masterpiece, and it's so beautiful. And each time I come in and go to it, it's not because I'm going to get money from it. It's just what I just love. I love gold. You understand? Sorry, I love silver and gold.
Oh.
I love white gold. There is that. But I'm just trying to make an example.
Okay.
How easy would it be for someone who has lost after someone like Coyote? It's a hundred. It's hair complexion. He doesn't need to change his skin color. He's hardworking. And I just love, after the fact that I see him in the studio all the time. And I'm so concerned about his well-being. I love the way he walks. How easy is it for someone who is lost enough to someone switch to love? How easy?
Well, it's not easy. Even coping in a relationship with your family
That
members.
lost, will it be lasted? Lost is something you see. The day I don't see Coyote, maybe he suddenly go to Galaxy in those states.
Okay.
Or guy decide to say, there is another Galaxy in Abuja. How they move? And I don't see Coyote. How long can that kind of loss turn to love? And is it retainable? That's my question.
Okay, to answer your question,
As a youth,
yes, I'll be very realistic with it.
thank you.
To answer your question, it comes in rare cases, not often rare, but then it comes in rare cases because you realize that you put yourself in a place where you're physically attracted to this person, and probably you get closer, get intimate with the person. Then you, so for some people, they tend to now find out things other than that they enjoy with the person. And when you get used to someone and you realize, okay, this is, like you said, you love silver, and you realize this particular piece, I want to keep it, I'm not gifting it out, this one is mine. So you create a special box for it because you love it. You understand? You really place it in a place of value. So when someone sees that, okay, I actually appreciate this person more than the picture of physical attraction, I'm tending to see this person more, and that person reciprocates the energy. Do you understand? Then you can transit. But then for some people, they both realize probably at the same time, and maybe they don't want to admit it. Everyone's playing cold.
Cool. Yeah, you get. You don't get that.
And he's also trying to play this woman. Yeah,
understand.
cameraman now, you go on the
Exactly.
want to show some like that.
Exactly.
Maybe your husband is not and Thomas like that's why
No, but that's just the truth.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's just the truth. Yeah. Do you get it? Yeah.
You understand? I'm
I
trying to
understand.
think
Yeah.
Like the youth.
Okay, but then when it comes to that stage and everyone is being, okay, if you go into a relationship, friends with benefit relationship, at the point you guys agree, nothing apart from benefits. Then when this person and this person, X and Y, start actually feeling out of the context of their agreement, it's going to be hard for each person to admit.
To admit it, like, yeah, I'm actually.
But then if there can be admittance that I actually feel this type of way towards you and this person reciprocates the energy, then they can put in the work required to say I love you. Because being in love is not just the word, it's really about trying to build that connection. Not giving up. Even for infatuation, you can just ignore the person's flaws and just keep painting that picture in your head. For lust, you can ignore the person's flaws. Okay, this guy is mean, he's disrespectful. Oh, he's good in bed. This girl, she has bad manners, but she's so sexy. So you can.
When you see her with me, people.
Do you get people will give me that compliment?
Yeah, so it's easy for you to just push all their flaws away when it comes to lust and infatuation. But for love, there's a realistic point of view of this is what you're doing I do not like. How can you work on it? So now both persons trying to work on what the other person doesn't like because he or she has to be selfless to the other. Then they're trying to build that commitment. And
then you have to work with goals. You have to work with moving forward. The person becomes a part of it. Like you're setting your goals, you're including that person into that journey when it comes to love, right? Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about. Oh God, our time! Yay! Okay, let's go now. What a marvel! When we return, I told you today's conversation. Even the cameraman is giving us thumbs up in the studio. Like, don't worry. We'll be right back. Let's go now. What a marvel! Don't go anywhere. Trust me. On Galaxy Television, where we are reaching out for the stars, and today Friday, I told you today's conversation we will not break the tables, we'll be as peaceful as we are, but trust me, we'll be hitting those bass bulls that people don't want to know. We have been discussing, are you in love, lost or infatuated? And trust me, I guess in the studio Sparks has been giving us what we really need to know when it comes to the sparks. He's been bringing the sparks. When you bring the sparks on top of the conversation, that's what he's been doing. He's been throwing those sparkles here and there. Okay, we still have our guests very much in the studio. Now, before we went on that break, before Larry will come in to shake you, I want to say this for those that are used to dating apps. And you meet somebody on a dating app, and the first thing, people have not had a conversation like a proper of course I know dating app, they say no, I'm here for friendship, and then you just discover that from friendship you people meet and the first thing is no, let's just be friends. And that let's just be friends is okay, we can have a drink, we can have a conversation, and then gradually you're seeing some strings attached, and then it goes from friendship to a peck to a kiss, and then it moves to hugs, and then finally you will see yourself on the bed, and then you are doing movie nights there, you're doing coffee, this and that, all this paparazzi of these youthful things, and then you see yourself on the bed. That is stage one. And then you go back and you're like, did this thing really happen? And then while you're still trying to understand what happened, the person puts a call across and says, hey, are you free for the weekend? And you go, yes, I'm free. And then it goes on. Would you classify that lust or infatuation? Now people have not defined what you guys are doing. People just said it's friendship, but friendship, it has gone to the bed. Friendship is going on every weekend. It has now become a routine. How do you describe something? Because a lot of ladies are in this boat, a lot of them, and some of them sincerely don't have relationships. Some of them actually do, but they just enjoy this, those things they are getting. What do you describe that kind of situation?
From the scenario you painted, which is the dating apps, I would actually base it on lust, because they haven't seeing more of each other apart from the online frame of sending messages and picture sharing and calls and all. It's a thing of lust because you finally get to see this person. You guys didn't come into an actual agreement or decisive conversation about what you're actually doing. Then it's lost because you skip the whole part of understanding what you're doing and moved on to intimacy. So yes, it's lost.
It's lost, right? Okay, so for those of you on dating apps, now we're gonna be putting all those your good pictures you've taken when you travel are just to attract those girls. Now you're in lost, you're not in love. Skip it there. Don't come and say
But
lost.
they find love though. They can still find
married
love.
and they're doing fine.
Well, of course, I know of somebody that has gotten married through the dating
Not
app.
one, not two. We have them and we see them, even physically, not just online. I see some who go to the dating app and they're together. They finally got married. What they were looking for was love and a partner who will love them. They are looking for a partner who will stay. They will spend their lifetime together.
And that one is they were looking for. Some people just they are there to say, let's start with friends. We are friends.
So it depends on your state of mind and your decision why you are going to that app in the first place. Some are there for just dating.
Most times, apart from even the decision, it still depends on the energy you get from the person. If the person turns out to be a friend, you would get you keep consistent
communication with the person.
Over time, get used to the person. So sometimes you might just say, no, it's friendship. You might even clearly state out it's friendship I want, but you realize the constant communication, you are falling for this person.
Yeah, your values are aligning.
Friendship. On the app, you don't know anybody. You chose the reason why most people, social media, the good side of social media helps tackle depression because then you're not confined in your environment space of probably you have a toxic environment around you. You could easily divert your attention, plug in your AirPod or your earpiece and do some chat with someone. So most times when people go on the dating apps, it's because they want something away from what they can see. They're trying to try on this platform they can be connected to somebody out there. So it starts with friendship. So you could transit from friendship to love, or from friendship to lust and love, or from friendship to seeing and being infatuated
and then to love.
Or from friendship, it dies at friendship.
It dies at friendship. I love that.
My question is this: how do you rate someone who just like having feelings here and there? How do you rate? Do you rate the person in online infatuation, lust, or it can be love? So between lust
and infatuation.
Okay, now this is my area of this is where I'm going.
Okay.
A guy and a lady, just like we're talking about having clubbing and all that, and suddenly it was not expected. Maybe they're just friends who are close, and they've been together. They just go clubbing, with their friends, group of friends. Maybe they're about 5 or 6, and this guy has a boyfriend or has a girlfriend. But because of
clubbing, let's go clubbing. It's Friday.
The girlfriend or the boyfriend was not there, and you are left instead of 5, you're now 2. You understand? And finally, you find yourself having a fling with this guy because the girlfriend was not around, and you suddenly find yourself always
having that fling.
Remembering how and what happened between the two of you behind closed doors, even when the girlfriend is there.
Okay.
So, what and how do you rate this kind of scenario?
Okay.
Because the girlfriend was not there when you had a fling, but the memory, youth, even adults too, they get them. The memory.
Once you see the person, immediately you've already figured out what has happened. It's just there.
That's why that when you touch or take the forbidden, by the time you chew and munch it, you remember.
The memories will always be there. Once you see the person.
What do you now call this? Because some will like, I'm holding on to it. I don't want it to go. But this person is committed to someone else. How do you rate this? Under what 3 of these 3 categories do you rate this?
Well, from the scenario you painted, I'll paint it as lost because the scenario of them being together, this guy and this girl, they've been seeing themselves. They've been around each other. Is this a friend's girlfriend?
Friend,
okay, so physically, if he or she was attracted over time, they would have known And even if it was a thing of infatuation, they would have known
The body
that
language,
yes, yeah,
right.
they would, even with the boyfriend or the girlfriend being around, they would have known that there's still a connection.
Yeah, a connection.
So at that moment when it turned out they turned out to be two, it's a thing of loss.
So it's like an opportunity came.
Exactly, and probably they were high enough.
We always put that. Hi.
You know, everyone wants like a happy ending. So what's the
Opportunity for her.
you get now when they cross paths and they lost after each other and actually achieved something lost in after each other. Then afterwards, what happens afterwards is, like I said, the mind is programmed in a way to let things live rent free. So now at that moment, it might be that the guy satisfied the girl better than in that moment. That the picture that was created in that moment beats
the picture they've always had.
The girl has always had with her man.
With her man.
Or may not totally beat it, but maybe give her another
dimension to the whole, another level. Oh God.
I think I want the piece of that cake. Or then you are working, the person is working. Then for but cases of when you've been friends and you go into a relationship and it just dies out because you guys didn't take up the responsibility of making the relationship out of your friendship. So at that point in time, you guys lost your friendship and you guys now felt like both of you
are two different people. Yeah, I understand.
Okay, now infatuation.
Just call it obsession.
Obsession, whatever name you want to call it. How sustainable, or what are the dangers that come with infatuation when you go into such relationship? Because when you go into this obsession, thinking it is well, because obsession to me is dangerous. So how well do you think it is easy for anyone to sustain a relationship when it's obsession that brought you together?
Well, like I think everything falls back on emotional intelligence. It's for I always tell my guys. Sometimes I tell my guys like, guy, come out of yourself and see yourself. Have a conversation with yourself. That's like a good way to have a mental redress. It's like you telling yourself the truth. Now they are being infatuated. Now it's about you asking yourself these questions of what am I doing with this person? How do I feel towards this person? Now, if you now decide I want to make a conscious, probably I used to lust after this person. Now this happens in cases of celebrities most times too, because you know some people get the chance to be with their celebrity crush and have something with the celebrity crush. Now this person is somebody that you've pictured, you've imagined in your head, you're becoming obsessed about, but then you now physically get connected with the person, or online get connected with the person. Now that idea is already in your head of what you have pictured in your head. Now at that moment you're having that connection with the person. You can feel the feeling now live, like this is the person I've actually craved for. It's a thing of sometimes it's hard to control at that instant. It's hard to control. I used to have a crush on Thames, and I don't know how I'd have reacted then if I saw him in person. Probably if we get talking and we vibe and we connect, it's going to be hard for me to sit down and ask myself, guy, probably she's more of a friendly type and she's always around me, and I know this is how I see her. Probably she doesn't even know about how I see her. I would have to have a conversation with myself and tell myself, guy, how far this thing you do, waiting shade, and I say you just want to run things with them. Do you want to just have something sexual with her, or do you want to just stay and be imagining things in your head, being infatuated, obsessed? I want you around. I want you around. Or would you rate yourself, check yourself, and see if you're falling for this person? And if you're falling for this person, admit it to the person. If you admit it to the person, it might not be what the person feels at that moment. Some people go into love, they grow into love. It might be there in the person's head, like this person said he or she feels about me, and it's there. And maybe along the line, the person might fall into your line and actually feel the same way too. So for people, it's a mental thing first. You have to talk to yourself in the mind. How do I feel towards this person? Before you can now say you want to do anything. Because whatever you say you want to do, if you've not admitted within yourself what you actually feel, there's no way you can go out. You just be in that comfort, that same space of infatuation.
Then let me just ask this. Is it possible for you? Is it real that every infatuation or obsession or lust should lead to the flesh? Sleeping together, having a relationship, is it always leading to that obsession of having intimacy with one another?
No, it doesn't always.
Because sometimes, you look at it and maybe I just want to be around you. You may not have any, intimacy.
But
so
for lust, intimacy is always involved.
For lust.
But for infatuation, a receptionist could be infatuated with her boss. She'll be caught up in that web of her boss. She dares not say it to the boss. She's scared. But every time he walks into the office, she's on her toes.
Shining 32
so obsessed that they want to dress like
yes.
you, they want to reason like you, they want to walk like you. So some of these things, we have different types of infatuation. I'm just trying to round this up. We have different types of. Can you just give us some of these different types of infatuation that you think?
Well, it's not like there's a. It's not like there's a book guide to being infatuated. Well, then from a realistic point of view, you could be in infatuation just from a workspace setting. It could be from a celebrity status point of view. I see Rihanna. I just love Rihanna's shape, and you're like, if I ever get a chance to be around Rihanna, you're thinking because you're painting in your head. Or it could be from a point of view of your insecurities. You're just looking for someone to fill in the gap. Like you're not a social media person, or you lack confidence, and you see someone who's crazy as confident, does everything that you wish you could do flawless, and from that taking note of it and you're admiring person for it, now turns you being infatuated because everything you've imagined you want to be, this person is it and more. So there are different phases to it. It's just for every place where you find yourself, you could come in from a place of okay, now we all are broadcasters. If you come in a place of I like how you present your show, and from that angle of how you present your show, I'm being obsessed about you. I'm now trying to leave my own type of style, not finding myself. I'm trying to be you. I'm trying to be a better version of you. Just because I'm obsessed about it. Because I so it could come from a point of view. It just happens in different. You could come from a place where you can really come from a place where you're in a place where you have a confrontation with somebody and it gets really harsh, and the person speaks to you in a way that nobody can speak to you. Like people know you are, maybe people know you are hot tempered, and before you say one thing you have switched it. But the way this person talks to you that day, you were dumbfounded, and you just be caught up. Then you start admiring that person. Then before you know, it grows into something. So
okay, now while we round up, let me throw this last question at you. Between the ladies and the men, who gets to lust, to infatuate more? I won't say love, because ladies love more. We are very loving. But when it comes to lust and infatuation, between the ladies and the men, who does the lusting and the infatuation more?
if there was a thermometer or a measurement scale, the way I would say, but then there's no the thing is, when a lady wants something, she can get it. You women are powerful.
I love that.
You women are powerful, and it's easier for a. I think so though. But I think from my own experience, I think it's easier for a girl to resist temptation of a guy.
Than a guy resisting temptation. I got you there.
It's pretty crazy.
It's all about the baby
the upper hand.
I cannot drag that. Yeah,
we got that upper hand. Give us the
women. God has so much grace.
Everyone can be caught up in this situation. Everyone, so it's guys and girls. Either way, everyone can be caught up.
Lady with one.
But ladies, out there, it's a big kudos to you. I true booster. Big one, booster. Another booster. It's right there. Don't forget.
Yes.
Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. Be the best at whatever it is you set your heart to do. And please find time. It's good to have a self-care, self-love. Spend the weekend loving yourself, even with your children. I told somebody, carry your children and go with grandma. Let them go to the village and experience how it feels like. Maybe for a week and bring them back to Lagos. It's always an adventure for them. And I tell them, by the time they come back, they will come and teach you one thing or the other they've learned from their grandma. You remember Tales by Moonlight? I think if you don't, it's another beautiful way to share stories and memories. On that note, my name is Remedy Rajijo Kambi. David, my friends call me AJ. Hope to see you next week. Looking.
Okay, so I want to start by saying a very big thank you to my lovely partner Olori for making this week production a smooth one for me. Yeah, and to our guest Sparks, thank you for ending Friday on a very soft note with us. At least for those of you that are going clubbing, now you understand where you fall. Identify yourself and remain there. Okay, so our president, we are saying thank you for the opportunity. Our station manager, Mr. Taslim, our head of programs, Mr. Adewale, we are saying thank you to everyone, to Tolu, to everyone who has made this week production wonderful, to all the cameramen, Kayode Johnson and co. We love you, we appreciate you, and to our ex-team viewers, Family and Values, love you. We are hoping to see you next week when Olori will be taking us on another ride, peaceful ride into next week. Have a splendid weekend. Please, as you're driving, do not drink. If you know you're going to drink, get a driver that will take you up. We don't want casualties. We love you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay blessed.